prestigious event, Tangled. Moving on to the program, we have with us Dr. Nilesh Chandra,
Hello, everyone.
scientist at BMS Division, ICMR, New Delhi, as our quizmaster. He is one of the doctoral faculty. Sir, we are very happy to have you here.
Uh, yeah, I'm also very glad to be a part of this. And first of all, I must congratulate the whole team at GMC Calicut for organizing the event. Till now, what we have seen is a very well done program, and all the people who are managing the whole event. Kudos to all of you. We have done a brilliant job till now.
Thank you,
Great work.
sir.
Yes.
I welcome you all the participants to the event. I hope the instructions are clear to you. Sir, can you please give the instructions?
Yeah, can you just put on the slide, please?
Sir, wait.
So we have a short round three. It's not a very big round because we're having it late in the evening. So we have tried to keep it short and crisp. We only have 2 rounds for you. So each round will have 5 questions, which is one for each of the teams. And the questions will just show you on the screen what all we expect from you in those questions. Some of them might be easy, but you have to be careful. They might be tricky. Others would be slightly difficult, but it would be a thing, whether you know it or not know it, they would be non-tricky sort of questions. We are waiting for the screen. We are not doing any pass the question to the next participant. The question will get over with whoever gets that particular question. We are not passing it on. However, I might have 1 or 2 extra bonus questions in between somewhere, depending on what topic we are having the question on. And that bonus question will be open for everyone. So at that point, we'll have a fastest hand raising and the monitors, the scorers would be taking the call that which team has gave the input first and which team is going to answer that bonus question. Otherwise, it will follow the specific pattern. Screen, please.
Sir, can you please repeat the instruction, that bonus part? Actually, we had
don't worry. I'll
Okay.
repeat. I'm just waiting for the screen. We'll go with the screen again. Don't worry.
So just a second.
No problem. Take your time. Ready?
So can you please wait? Sorry, sir. We have some technical errors. We will.
No problem. Don't worry.
Make it
I'll
possible.
try to join in from here. What is the link code? Link code is, because I think my system is slightly okay now. Let me just see if I can go in from here.
Okay, sir.
Okay, looks to be fine. Can you see my screen? Let me just see. Share full screen. Where is share? You'll have to enable sharing, or am I able to directly do the sharing? Because I can't see the share option. Do you have to enable it for me?
Okay, sir. We will take it and see.
Because I can't see. Okay. There is a present now. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll present a window, and this window is this share. Okay. So are you able to see the screen, everyone? All the teams are able to see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
All teams?
Best wishes
Okay.
to all of you.
Chalo. So I'll just quickly run through what I just said. So I told you we have 2 sets of 5 questions each. Each question will carry 10 marks. All right. Each question will have 10 marks. Some of the questions might have 2 or 3 parts. I'll specify. Wherever the question has additional parts, I'll specify. And at the end of question, I'll always summarize the score for the scorers so that you know what is the final score. Please note, when I present any question, in the beginning, I might be asking you some random questions just to bring you on page what we're talking about. But when I specify, okay, this is the question for you, then that will be the marked part of the question. Okay. So, for example, if I show an image, I can ask an unscored question like, do you know who the person is? So that can be an unscored part of the question. But when I'm asking about the scored part of the question, I'll specify this is the scored question. Now give me the answer for this. Okay. So that is how we are going to do it. In like I said, these questions which I ask in the beginning, they might have no marks. I might ask a bonus question at the end of a question. Okay, once the question, the 2 parts or 3 parts of the question which are marked or scored are completed, then we can have a bonus question, and the scorers will keep track which is the first team to raise the hand, and that team will get the opportunity to give the answer to the bonus question. Any of the questions are not being passed, whether it is a bonus question or it is a regular question. We are not passing the question to the next team, all right? Because we have seen that sometimes it creates an undue advantage to the second team who gets the question. So we are not passing the question. Okay. It's very simple rules. Decision of the organizers is final. That is the only rule. Okay. And in case of tiebreaker, I've kept one rapid fire question at the end, which is a very simple question. Okay. And I always tell all my students, winning is very, very important. But winning gracefully, that is the magical thing to do. So, with this spirit of our competition, we'll start the rounds. And best of luck to all the teams. May the best team win. Okay. Okay, so this is the first round, and the teams can choose any of the names that you want in order. We are going in order A, B, C, D, E.
Yes, sorry. The order
Okay.
ABCD.
So any of the team A, I think, would be the first one to go. You can
Yes.
choose any of the names. These names would have any sort of question associated to them. So you can choose any name which you feel like, and then we can go ahead with that.
Is there any significance, sir, to the name and the question?
Yes, the name will be related to either the clinical scenario or to a scientific discovery or to a management, something like that. It can be a clinical scenario. I'm sure all of you know the first name at least. Everyone should be familiar with the first name. Can you see the names? Are they clear on your screen? Okay, team A, we are waiting for you to pick one.
Anything. Sir, we'll go with Tyrion Lannister.
Oh, great. That's great. So we are going with Tyrion Lannister. All of you know Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones. What's special about Tyrion Lannister? What are his 2 hobbies? Not sword question. Anyone can give the answer. 2 hobbies for Tyrion Lannister.
Just he's a binge alcoholic and
Very good. And
he likes girls very much.
okay. And one more.
One more. No idea, maybe.
He likes books. He likes books.
Yeah.
He likes reading. He likes reading. Okay. So the first part you said that he's a binge alcoholic. So this is an alcohol induced haze of Tyrion. So you have to tell me, in alcohol intoxication, this is part 1 of this question. This is the scored question. In alcohol intoxication, we see a type of acid-base imbalance. Alcohol intoxicity causes which type of acid-base imbalance?
Sir, it causes metabolic acidosis.
Very good, very good. That's correct. That's correct. But sometimes what happens that Tyrion takes too much alcohol. When he takes too much alcohol, then he goes into a very specific phase. This is what he does when he has too much alcohol. Can you see what is he doing?
Yes, sir.
What was he doing?
He's vomiting.
Yes, very good. So second part of the question is, when there is vomiting, what type of acidosis happens? What type of acidosis or alkalosis, what type of acid-base imbalance happens?
Metabolic alkalosis happens, sir.
Very good,
Nitrous ions
perfect,
go.
perfect. So they have got the full marks, 10 marks they have got. And I'm asking a follow-up additional question which is not having any marks. So you may choose to give the answer or not give the answer. So after vomiting, a lot of patients might have hyperventilation. Okay. So hyperventilation also causes a type of acid-base imbalance. Can you tell me what
Respiratory
type of acid?
alkalosis.
Sorry.
Respiratory alkalosis.
And when you see such a patient, which year are you from?
I am third year. He is the first year, sir.
Okay, so again, this is just a follow-up question. Maybe you know it or you don't know it. Sometimes we have patients like this who have multiple disbalance within them. You just saw that this patient has the metabolic acidosis also, metabolic alkalosis also, and then you said he can have respiratory alkalosis also. When you see such patients in the clinics or in the emergency, a lot of time you'll find when you do the acid arterial blood gas analysis, ABG analysis, they might have the normal pH. How do you find out if there is any underlying problem with the acid base imbalance or not?
Sir, we have to use the Winter's formula if it's compensated or not. So
Okay.
it is a case of mixed conditions. There will be a respiratory alkalosis compensating for a metabolic acidosis condition.
Okay.
So if
Anything
the
anything
patient,
else anything else which gives a hint that okay, this is a mixed scenario?
the
At
chloride, we
least
can
there
see the
is.
anion gap, sir. Anion gap.
Very good, very good, wonderful, wonderful. So this team gets a full marks. They get the full marks, and that is the 10 marks for this question. We go on to the next one. Why? Oh, can I shift slightly? Height. Yes, this height, and then we go back. Okay. Clear lines are used up by team A. We go on to team B. Team B. Which one do you want to pick up?
We'll go with Angelina Jolie.
Oh, wonderful. Or we'll go to Angelina Jolie. Okay. So I'll show you a picture, and in this picture, you can see someone with Angelina Jolie. Do you know who's this person with Angelina Jolie in this picture? Any idea?
Mr. Mom.
Okay, wonderful. This is an unscored question. This is a mom. Name is Marceline Bertrand. So now we have first part of the question, which is scored. The particular condition, medical condition for which these two were in news, medical news.
They had BRCA mutation, hereditary breast cancer.
Wonderful. So I think you answered both the questions simultaneously. First part was the mother had breast cancer, and the second part was what gene mutation they had, which was BRCA1 on chromosome number 17. Full marks to this team also. This was in news immensely and very long time it stayed in news because Angelina Jolie did not have the breast cancer. However, when she got herself tested following the breast cancer that her mother had, she found that she was BRCA1 positive. So she had a mastectomy, bilateral mastectomy, even before she developed the disease. So that was the reason these two were in the news. Okay, wonderful. Full marks, full 10 marks to Team B. We go back to the list. Team C.
Sir, I would go with Carrie Mullis.
Carrie Mullis. Okay. You are which year?
Sir, third first.
Okay, wonderful. So we go to Carrie Mullis. Okay. Carrie Mullis is famous for, this is a scored part of the question. He is very famous for what?
PCR.
Wonderful. He is famous for describing the PCR. Okay, so all of you know we have used the PCR extensively during this pandemic, and it is a very important, you can say, discovery or invention of our time, which has now brought a lot of fruits to us in this epidemic. Okay, so second part of the question will come later. I'm showing you something which is a not scored part. Currently, we use this enzyme for the polymerase chain reaction. This is the Taq polymerase, right? We currently use this enzyme, that is the Taq polymerase. Before Taq polymerase was available, we were still doing the polymerase chain reaction, which was being done by Carrie Mullis in his lab, but that had a problem. They're using an enzyme which was not heat resistant. Currently, the Taq polymerase is heat resistant. So when you heat the system, it doesn't get denatured. At that time, when we are doing a particular enzyme, whenever you go to the denaturation phase, I hope you know the steps. So in the first step, there's denaturation. So the enzyme would get deactivated. So after every round, you'll have to add the enzyme and then repeat the process again. You have to tell me the second part of the question, which enzyme was used before Taq polymerase for the PCR reaction?
Normal DNA polymerase.
Okay, I'll give you a second pass. It is not normal DNA polymerase, it was a modified DNA polymerase. If you can tell me that name or if you can tell me the modification, I'll give you the full marks.
Mm,
It was one of the
Methyl.
polymerases from E. coli. You know that bacteria will have 3 polymerases, 1, 2, and 3. So you have to tell me either the modification of that polymerase or the name of the modified polymerase.
DNA polymerase 1, like methylation was done.
Okay, chalo. So we'll give you a partial. I'll not give you the full marks, but maybe if we can give 7.5 to this answer, because it was a enzyme digested polymerase 1, which we call the Klenau fragment, from which one of the exonuclease functions, 5' to 3' exonuclease function, was enzymatically removed. So I'd give you a partial mark for the second part, and we should score it at 7.5. Scorers, please add 7.5 for this question.
Okay,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Very good answer. Chalo, we'll go back to team D now. You have 2 names left. And
Sir, I guess
which one?
Leonard Thompson, sir. Leonard Thompson.
Leonard Thompson. Okay. I think the name is a little bit unknown, but when you look at the question, I think you'll be able to answer it easily. Do you know this name? Have you heard this name before?
I guess like vaguely, I guess I remember somewhere like in.
Okay.
I don't know.
So on the right, you have Leonard Thompson. On the left, you have 2 people who were associated with Leonard Thompson medically. And you have to tell me the missing link between the 2. That is part 1 of the question. If you are able to tell the missing link.
Sanger वही थे शायद. I guess sir they were like hormone like insulin. I guess these 2 guys. Like,
Very good. The missing link is insulin.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So that's part 1. Second part is, how are missing link, the image on the left, and Leonard Thompson on right related? That is part 2 of the question.
Yeah, like insulin.
Part 1 you answered correctly. Missing link is insulin. Perfect. But part 2 is, how are the 3 related?
या तो उन्होंने या तो इंसुलिन डिस्कवर किया होगा तो ट्रीटमेंट के लिए दिया होगा. क्या मानना है? ट्रीटमेंट. हाँ पक्का. डिस्कवरी नहीं. तो डिस्कवरी तो उसने ट्रीटमेंट दिया था ना, इसने डिस्कवरी करी फिर. मुझे sir, I guess given for insulin was used for treatment in this person.
Full marks on the left. You have Banting and Best. You have Banting and Best on the left, and Leonard Thompson was the first patient in Toronto who was treated with insulin. So full marks, full 10 marks to this. Wonderful. You worked out very wonderfully. Full marks. Kudos. Well done. Chalo. We go back to team E. Team E, you are left with a very unknown name, but I think when you see the question, you should be able to jump on the answer. Okay. Team E, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are going to the last one. This is Marshall Warren Nirenberg, but this is not the complete question. The question is, along with Marshall Warren Nirenberg, these 2 people received the Nobel Prize in the same year. Okay, they received the Nobel Prize in the same year. You have to tell me for what they received the Nobel Prize.
So the person on the top right is Hargobind Khurana.
Wonderful.
Khurana, together they discovered the genetic code for phenylalanine, which was the triple U codon.
Wonderful. So you get the full marks, full 10 marks for this question. Wonderful. You did a great job. And I think now the picture is clear. These three received the Nobel Prize in 1968 for breaking the genetic code. They were able to work out. They were working independently, three independent works which cumulated into deciphering the genetic code. Wonderful. This is perfect. Very, very good answer. So that's our first round. Can we have the scores for first round? At the end of first round, what are the scorers?
Can you please read out the scores?
A 10 points, B 10 points,
Okay.
C 7.5,
Okay.
D 10, E 10.
Okay, so very good work. And C, I think you were a little bit unlucky because you got a slightly tough question. So what I'll do in the next round, I'll give Team C the first choice. You can have the first pick. Unfortunately, in the next set, we don't have any hint what type of question is there. So you'll have to rely on your luck. You can choose any of the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I would go with question 5, sir.
Question 5. Okay, let's see what's there in question number 5. Oh. Okay, so in this image, I think you can see that there are DNA strands, right? Can you make out the DNA strands?
Yes, sir.
So part one is what and where. This is the scored part of the question. First part, what is it and where do you find it? I'll give you a hint. What is it and where do you find it?
It is a telomere.
Very good. But telomere is the location where you find it. In the screen, what are we seeing? The first image which is here, what do you see in this screen? In this image, this is a peculiar property of the triples of the telomere. What are you seeing in this image?
So you triple standard. You only said the answer.
Okay, chalo. So second part is, which is the main part. How is a triple stranded DNA possible? What is the nature of bond?
Hydrogen bond.
See, normally we have the Chargaff base pairing. So that is one set in the double stranded DNA. What additional type of pairing or which is there in the which is required for the triple stranded DNA?
So I don't have any idea, but
Okay, so for the hydrogen bond, I'll give you another 2.5. So again, we'll score it at 7.5. The answer would be Hogstein base pairing. We have something called Hogstein base pairing, which enables the triple stranded DNA. So best of luck. Let's see how the other teams perform. I'll still give you 7.5. Team C again scores 7.5. We go back to Team A. Okay, Team A. Which one are you going to pick up, Team A?
1, 2, 3, 3, sir.
3. Okay, Team A 3. Let's see what is there in 3. It's a very simple question. Can you see what is happening in this image? That is not the question actually. Just can you see what is there in the image?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So question is, there is some genetic change. First part of the question is, at what position in the protein the change is happening? You only have to tell the position, not the amino acid. At what position the change is happening?
So sixth position of beta.
Please wait. You have to, okay, it's complete. You have to give the complete answer, all the detail about the position. If any part is missing, I'll cut marks.
Glutamate is gone. Valine is substituted at the sixth position of beta chain of hemoglobin.
Okay, so you have all answered the second part also, but is the answer there? No, answer is not here. So we'll go back. We were at question 3. So for this, one thing you have not mentioned is the helix. In each of the chains, there are multiple helices. So you also have to specify the helix when you mention the position. So you'll lose a little bit of marks for that. Okay. So But okay, I'll give you full marks. This is almost correct. I'll give you full marks. Let's mark it at 10 only. Let's mark it
Thank
at
you,
10
sir.
only.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So okay, we go back to team B now.
Sir, we'll go with question 1.
Question 1. Okay. This is a very simple, straightforward clinical case. These are the features. A patient presents to the OPD or the clinical setup with hypoglycemia, their hepato and renomegaly, fainting episode, ketosis, and the synovial fluid examination of the joints shows this picture.
Von Gierke's disease.
Wonderful, wonderful. So this was a straightforward question, and you get full marks for this clinical case. Full 10 marks. Straightforward, simple question. Team D.
I guess of question 4.
Question 4. Why not 2?
अगर सर मतलब वो चांस लेते तो 4th ही आने वाला था तो 4th ही ले लेते हम.
Okay. So the 21st amino acid, where is my mouse? Okay, so on the right we have the 21st amino acid. Can you tell me the name?
Selenocysteine.
Wonderful. Selenocysteine is the name, and there are 2 more parts to this question. Okay, please bear with me. Second part of the question, you have to name at least 2 enzymes which contain selenocysteine.
So deiodinase, that's and
Okay. One more.
glutathione perox, they also can use selenocysteine.
Wonderful. Which year are you in?
So 3rd year.
3rd year.
29
Okay, wonderful. And last part of the question, which is, what is the codon for the 21st amino acid?
codon कैसे guess कर दूंगा मैं?
See, there are no negative marks. You won't get negative marks. So even if you give a wrong answer, you're only going to get a 0 for that. So you can make an attempt.
ऐसे मुझे बिल्कुल याद नहीं. GAC बोलना ऐसे रहना. GAC.
Okay, so that's the wrong answer. See, the 21st and 22nd amino acid have been described so late because in the beginning, when we described the genetic code, we described the 20 amino acids for which we described the 61 codons. We said 3 of them are stop codons. The 21st and 22nd amino acids actually use one of those stop codons. The codon for the selenocysteine is UGA, which is a stop codon. Okay, so 7.5 marks. We'll get 7.5 marks for this question. So we go back to the final team, and that would be question 2 for team E, right?
Yes, sir.
Team E, brace yourself. Again, we have a clinical case. Let's see, this is slightly heavy clinical case, so please be careful. Peripheral smear picture is going to be shown. This is the peripheral smear picture which is shown. We are still not at the question. I'm still telling you about the question, okay?
Yes, sir.
This is a peripheral smear picture. Have you seen it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Clear? Okay. Next part of the question. The patient was put on supplement, okay? But after putting the patient on supplement, the condition gets complicated. There is poor balance, there is loss of sensation, etc. So now comes the scoring part of the question. On complete detailed examination of the patient, these were the additional findings. First part we already seen, the hypersegmented neutrophils, megaloblastic. We also found atrophic glossitis, loss of papillae. There was autoimmune gastritis, and there was numbness and ataxia. These are the findings. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Question. What was the supplement which was given?
So the supplement was most likely folic acid. This is a case of
Wonderful.
anemia due to vitamin B12 deficiency, but the supplement would have been folic acid without being accompanied by vitamin B12.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's a wonderful answer. And the second part of the question, you can see here that there is some damage to the tongue. There is a mention of atrophic glossitis, and there's a mention of atrophy of parietal cells, autoimmune gastritis. Damage to which other part of body can also cause the same condition?
Damage in the sense loss of function cells.
No, see, here you told me that there is B12 deficiency, right?
Yes, sir.
So for the B12 deficiency to set in, 3 parts of the body might not be working properly or they might be missing. 2 of them are shown in the clinical assessment. One is the oral part, oral mucosa or the mouth.
Yes.
Second is the stomach part, which is mentioned as the autoimmune gastritis, which is the third part in the body involved in B12 deficiency.
Likely the ileum, sir.
Very good. Wonderful. That's perfect. That's correct answer. So that's full 10 marks to team E also. And I think now we should quickly take a look at the scores. Do we need the quickfire round? What are the scores?
Can I read out the scores?
Team A,
Mm-hmm.
20. Team B,
20.
20. Team
Oh,
C, 15.
okay.
Team D, 17.5. Team
Okay.
E, 20.
So we have 3 teams at the same score. So we definitely require the quickfire round. Okay, before we go to the image, I'll tell you it is a very, very simple question. Very simple question. So you will have to wait till I say, okay, now raise your hand. If anyone raises the hand before that, you are disqualified. You have to wait for me to complete the question. Scorers and the moderator, please be careful. The hand raising has to be done after I say, okay, the question is complete. Raise your hand now. After my now only, you will raise the hand, okay? Because we have 3 teams here. And based on the person who is raising the hand first will get the opportunity to answer, but if you get the answer wrong, you lose 5 marks, and the second person who had raised the hand would get the chance. Same thing applies to you, second person. If you lose, you get minus 2.5, and the third team will become the winner by default. So please be very careful while you are raising your hand. When you raise your hand, you should be knowing the answer. If you don't know the answer, the first one to raise the hand will automatically become last.
Sir, excuse me, sir. This is question for team A, B, and E only, no, sir? This is like
Yes,
a
this
tiebreaker.
this question is a tiebreaker. Okay, so the team which raises the hand fastest will get the first opportunity. But if you get it wrong, then you automatically become last. I hope the
Sir, I have
scenario
a
is
doubt.
clear to everyone.
I have a doubt, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, so for the last 24 hours, we have been having 3 quizzes, like a biochemistry quiz, physiology quiz, and this was supposed to be the last quiz. So the
Okay.
aggregate of all the marks were supposed to be
Mhm.
taken.
Mhm.
So as of now, if we include the entire
No,
marks
no,
of
no, no, no.
all the
We are not including the entire mark. This is only for this. That's why I'm giving the scoring. Na? I'm giving you the scoring.
Will this marks be like considered as the entire score for a round, or the score of the 20 will be added to the cumulative
This
of the
20,
previous quizzes?
the marks that you score here will be added to the other rounds, the other 2 quizzes that you already.
So, sir, if the marks are going to be added, so like team A, C, and D also can participate in it now. Like,
moderators will take a call. What do you think? You want the others to take a call in this?
Because if
Moderator?
the scores were
So-
all
I understood your
added,
query.
there
I
won't be
understood
any
your query.
ties, sir.
I understood your query. Moderator,
So I think
can you,
they should participate, sir.
or should we leave it here only because we have the marks from the other 2 rounds also? We don't need the tiebreaker because if
Yeah,
it
if we
is
add
not
it,
the,
there will be one winner. Yeah, the highest score will be
or
there.
or if you want, you can add the totals, and if we have a tie, then we can use the tiebreaker.
Okay, sir.
Hmm,
Then
that
we
will
will
be
use the
better, yes.
tiebreaker.
No,
First, we
but
will
for
add
that,
the scores.
that you'll have to add the score for the other 2 rounds also.
Okay, sir.
So let's give them 2 minutes. Let them tally the scores, and if we have a tie somewhere, then we'll use the tiebreaker. Otherwise, we'll not go to the quick fire round.
Yes,
so
sir.
actually,
Okay.
the coordinators informed that there is going to be one more round, like anatomy round is left. So,
I am not knowing about that. So that Sheila and Hannah only can tell you whether they have another round or not.
they told, okay, there is one more
Sheila,
round.
Hannah,
So, can
do
you
we have
confirm?
another round for them? I think they're busy tallying the score. Let them come back. Don't worry. We'll find out what is the way forward, and nothing to worry. I hope you had fun attempting the questions. It is a mix of some easy and difficult questions. Can I get your feedback? What was your feeling about the quiz round that we just had? Team A, your feedback, please.
So it was very nice, sir. Like participating in a quiz like for an entire 24 hours, being surrounded by questions, was a
Mhm.
very nice experience, and it was a nice end to the quiz also, sir. A nice set of
Good,
questions
good.
to finish it off.
Thank you. Team B, your feedback, please.
Yes,
Team
sir.
B,
I'm enjoying.
great.
The questions are good, and yeah, online. This is a good online conduction mode because the Google Forms and all and the other things, cheating is possible. In this, it's not. So it's fun. So, yeah, thank you.
Uh, Good. Team C, your feedback, please.
The questions were good, but my luck was not good so today.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah.
Your team C has been unfortunate. Both the times you got a slightly tricky question. I could see that, but I would just say I hope you had better luck in the other rounds, and let's see
Yeah.
what are the final scores. Team D.
Kind of the same thing. Actually, I worked in the first thing. But the second one, we didn't know the code also. But it was a
Yeah.
good questions.
Yes. Chalo. Team E, your words.
Yes, I had some good fun in this quiz. It was fun learning about Leonard Thompson. That was a first for me. I hadn't heard of him before, so it was a good learning round, sir.
Great, great. And then we
Sir,
have
for
a
the time being, can you have an introduction about yourself, the team participants?
about the team participants. Should I tell about myself?
Okay, sir, you can.
Nee. What were you telling you? What was the query? I didn't get you. What were you telling me?
So I said, for the time being, can we have an introduction of all the teams here?
Yes. Before that, we have a small doubt. Are they going to have another anatomy round, or this is the last round?
Sir, I will
sir,
clear
they
it
have
now.
another anatomy round.
So great, and I here. I just want to know: do we need a tiebreaker for every round, or whatever score they have got, they carry it to the final round, and if
They
required, we'll do
carry
the
to the final round, sir. We'll
we,
accumulate everything and
we,
we'll
we,
give the
we don't we
final
don't need
results.
to we don't need to declare any winner in this round, right?
No, sir, no.
In that case, we'll not have the quickfire round. That's great that
Yes,
you've
sir.
clarified this. We are not having any quickfire round here.
So excuse me,
So
sir.
maybe
So okay, you can show the question, like let them give the marks, but like you have prepared the question, so you can like just for fun, like
okay, chalo. So I'll quickly show you the question. This is a very very simple question. How many of you know this person? Team A, B, C, D. Have you seen this person before?
Yes,
Incredible.
very well.
yes, sir.
So the various actions with this person. Okay, any ideas from which series or which from where I've picked this
Incredibles.
content?
Incredible.
Incredibles. Wonderful. I'll show you an associated image which can be linked to the scenario in this particular case.
Marfan and happiness.
Taylor Danos.
Marfan, Weberman syndrome.
Okay, so medically speaking, we would say that Elastigirl has a hyper extensibility of skin and hyper flexibility of the joints. What is the clinical condition?
Marfan
Taylor
and happiness.
Danos.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know.
Anyone has made an attempt? I couldn't hear from
Taylor
team
Danos.
B.
Hello.
Ehlers-Danlos. Okay, so this is Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, where we have very large variety of cases. Around 13 different categories of Ehlers-Danlos are there. Recently, one more category has been described. So the main underlying feature is the laxity of the joints and hyperextensibility of the skin. Along with that, there is fragility of the blood vessels also. A lot of time you'll find the skin is very, very, very thin, because of which it is very extensible. Some of them have, you can say, fragile blood vessels, which may show tears on playing contact sports. So that is one risk that patients of Ehlers-Danlos have. They are frequently involved in sudden death during contact sports. So yes, this was the tiebreaker round if we had that, but we are not using this question. Okay. one more round of introductions. We are having the discussion with the moderators, team A, B, C, D, and E. If you could just introduce yourself before you sign off, and
Can you
call
please
it a day.
introduce yourself, team A?
Hi, I'm Tamil Prakash. I'm a first year student from Madras Medical College.
Wonderful.
I'm Karthikeyan, a third year medical student from Madras Medical College.
Great.
Thank you.
Good work, team A.
Team B.
I am Shrutangi Vaidya. I'm a second year medical student. Our final exams are currently going on. I have my FMT pract tomorrow. So
Okay.
that's me. And
I am Rishti. I am intern, AIMS Bhopal.
Oh, wonderful. Team B was, I would say, the most composed team in today's this round, and you've done great work.
thank you, sir.
Moving
Team
on to
C.
Team C.
I'm Nishik Thakkar from BJ Medical College, third first.
Takara, I would just say tough luck in this round. I just hope we are able to make up in the other rounds, and best of luck for the remaining round.
Thank you, sir.
Over to Team D.
I am Devang Vewal.
And I'm Aryan Singla.
We are third year students from MEDMEET Shikesh.
Great work. You have done very well in this round. I don't know about the scores from the other rounds, but best of luck for the
Thank you,
remaining round, and best of luck overall.
Team E.
My name is Anbu Anand. I'm a third year student at Madras Medical College.
Madras Medical College is shining, and right? How many other participants did you have in the preliminary rounds?
I'm not sure with the preliminary notes. I think there were about 6 or 7 teams from our college.
Wonderful. Madras Medical College is shining. Good work.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so I think that is the end of today's round. Very briefly, I am Dr. Nilesh Chandra. Currently, I'm working at the Indian Council of Medical Research at the headquarters. I am looking after 2 of the subjects in the first year. I'm looking after physiology and biochemistry at headquarters. I'm also the faculty for doctutorials for biochemistry. All my recorded lectures for the PG preparation are available at doctutorials. I'm also preparing the content for the UG first year students based on the new curriculum that we have. For those of you who are planning to go for the PG, and even those who are not planning to go for the PG, you will be having to appear for the next exam, where the doctutorial app will be greatly helpful for you, because we have all the content that will require for the preparation under one umbrella, whether it is tests, whether it is revision notes, whether it is the video lectures, whether it is a revision program, whether it is details about the practical work which are likely to be there in your next practical exam. So all of it you can have under the one single umbrella of the doctutorials. So hope you log on to our platform and make use of the facilities there. Once again, I would like to congratulate all the participants. Great work. I am not sure at your stage, when I was on that side of the table, I would have been able to so confidently take up the questions that you have done. So once again, I would say hats off to all of you. Great work.
So marking the end of
Thank you, sir.
round 3, I thank you, sir. It's been a great pleasure to have you here.
Same here.
I thank and congratulate all the team members for the wonderful participation. Thank you.
I think Team B has some question. They've raised a hand.
Yeah,
Team B,
can you please tell us ki round 3 kab hai for the not the round 3 but the anatomy round? I mean, it's
they have the exam. They have the ongoing exam. So you have to qualify for them.
Okay, there is one more round, round 4. It will be an anatomy round. The date is December 10th. The sir said December 10th. We are trying to prepone it actually because many teams have exams. So sir said December 10th. We are trying our best to prepone the doubt.
Yeah, but any date before December 8, 9 is not possible for us, because like